Hello, beloveds, and sending you so much love as we are entering into Virgo season. So amazing, and wanting to come on live as so much is coming in for us, and welcoming you to this incredible new energy, this grounded energy as we're leaving Leo season and moving into Virgo season. And that opens today. And so I'm sending you so much love from coming to you from ancient Lemuria on the big island of Hawaii. And I wanted to, there's so many new things coming in for us as we have gridded in the Leo season, Lionsgate, and the new golden world and the new golden temple of source and the new source center. And so with these physical structures now coming in for us and for all, and opening this. And just to introduce myself, I am Jennifer Ashira Ra, and I activate humanity's light codes, and I am called to gather the leaders and wayshowers for the new golden age on earth. And so it's really important, all the new temples of light that are opening, that we are all coming together to join and to grid all of this together and to find each other again, because the biggest codes come in when we join together, as this is the Aquarian age, and it's the age of unity and the age of togetherness and transparency and love, and moving into the 5D, 6D, 9D, and the 12D for the new golden age. And the new golden structures for the new golden world are here. And so we are leaving Leo's beautiful center of attention and love and heart energy and creativity and courage and that beautiful frequency and that 8 energy, as we are now moving into the 9 energy of Virgo and the earth priestess sign, the grounded sign. And so I found myself last month, or coming into when we were opening the new codes for Lionsgate, walking in, guided to go to waterfalls to open these portals that surround the new golden temple that is in a sacred site and a sacred valley of the kings within the islands of Hawaii. And so as I was traipsing through the jungle and, raining, and took my shoes off because literally the path was puddles, like huge puddles, like this deep. So I met a woman on horseback who, there's no Google Maps to these waterfalls. They're off of the road ends, and you have to just find it. And so I found a woman, I ran into a woman on a horse, and I said, where is this waterfall? And I don't know where to go. It's all homes over here. She's like, oh yeah, you can't go there. Go down that way. It's 45 minutes. You'll see the gate. And then it says don't trespass, but it's fine. You can go through. And so I got to the gate, and then there was another hour and a half. So it was about 2.5 hours in and 2.5 hours out, barefoot, muddy, raining. I'm in shorts and bare feet and umbrella. Like I don't have quite the hiking gear. So I'm traipsing in, looking, trying to find the waterfall, because I'm guided that the waterfalls, I had to grid the outside of the energies and opening that. And so as I'm traipsing through the jungle, and finally found it, and it was glorious as I stood there and held my ankh and worked with the energies of the water. And this is the ancient Lemuria, and opening the new frequencies. And then I saw the golden portal open within the waterfall. And then that was just the beginning. And then 2 weeks later, I had to go actually into the valley and open the portal that it was within the Golden Temple before we started our Lionsgate ceremony. It was about 3 weeks preparation. Really is about 2 years, and really it was about 1,000 years. So with the rain pouring down and my umbrella and then no umbrella, and standing in these crystalline waters, and that is now running over me. And then the power of the 8/8 portal ceremony. And then what's coming in for us now. So I just wanted to give you that, where I've been and where we've been together as a community. You might have walked with us, and you were with us during Lionsgate It was one of the most powerful ceremonies. We blew out the technology. We have to get technology that can move into the 60, 70, 80, don't we? And now what is happening? And so now as we move into Virgo season, it's grounded to Earth Priestess. It is organizing details. Virgos can be perfectionists. Virgos are great leaders too. I've known a lot of triple Virgos that are great leaders. They are so diligent. They do incredible research. They are so thorough, and they just show up and they separate the wheat from the chaff. There's no messing around with Virgos. Virgos are great if you want to for organizing. So this is a great time to now integrate. So now with the Virgo season, we're integrating all the new codes that came in. And so as we open the 8-8 portal with the Sirius star aligning with Orion, aligning with the sun, and with the Giza pyramid of Egypt, and the alignment then opened the veil for the new codes to come in. But this year it was a double portal where we opened the 8-8 Lions Gate and the 666 portal, because the energies and the pyramids, the golden pyramids on Earth, were not ready on 666 portal. There's been a lot of disturbance. And I will get to that, because there's a lot happening in the field that has been tough. And so I'd love for you to comment, where are you calling in from? Where are you joining us from if you found me live? What is on your heart for Virgo season, as we hold our intention for what we want to bring in. And so this is the season where we're now going to ground and integrate all that we brought in for the Lion's Gate and before, and these golden codes within you, because we don't activate one person and then we're done. We activate together. And so as we are ascending, and the light is so light now, the sacred sites are activating. The stone temples that you see are all replicas of the same temple in the light dimension and the golden dimension that holds all the codes. The codes had to leave because they weren't safe. And so they went to the higher dimensional realm. And now we activated the new golden temple of light, which is the new golden temple for the new golden world. All the ascended masters that will work with Earth or in this realm will go through that temple. That is going to be the new Mecca. And this island is going to be a golden island, and it is already golden, and it's moving into that crystalline golden, that golden intelligence. It's not earthly gold. It's a golden intelligence of all the highest wisdoms, because it goes carbon, crystalline, and then golden. So that's the trinity of the energetic, spiritual, cosmic ascension. So the crystalline is the bridge, and it's the higher frequency of carbon, because what is carbon? When it moves and it crystallizes, it turns into diamond and crystal. A beautiful brother, when I go to a spot here on the lava. This side of the island is all lava. It's all Pele. I'm literally on the slopes of Kilauea of Pele, speaking to you now, and her energy is the volcanic lava is churning below me. That divine creativity never stops. And it's so powerful here. And so as these incredible places, I like to go sit and I give blessings. I bring flowers and I give blessings to the water, and the turtles swim by, and these huge green sea turtles, and they're so cute. They come up for air, and it's very choppy, and they're just rocking around out there. And so I sit there, and I ran into a brother that brought me, he said, I want to show you something. And he unwrapped a cloth and he showed me this crystalline gray, very cylindrical crystal. And it's like, that is crystallized lava. I don't know the name for it, but it had rainbow sparkles. I was like, pyrite? No, pyrite's gold. And it was like the crystalline form of lava, because the stone form of lava is basalt. And that is the Sekhmet statue in the Karnak temple chapel in Egypt is basalt, and basalt is volcanic rock. And that is no wonder, the fire of Sekhmet. That is a perfect stone for her. And so, Virgo is that solidifying, grounded earth energy that is now going to integrate all of the new codes that opened within you. And then the last week was a little all over the place, because the energies were rattling around to get their balance. And within this grid, that is the higher energies coming into a form where we still have the density here. There's a lot of beings that are in the 3D still. I have a computer in front of me that is a 3D energy of metal and buttons and coming to you and energizing and connecting. And so there is that frequency. And so much is happening, and then so much is elevating. And within you, you might really feel that of what you experienced on the Lion's Gate and going forward. And Virgo now is that integration time. And what's really coming in for us is the new level of the golden energies, the golden priest and priestesses, and womb illumination and womb healing, the next level of the womb healing and from the rose lineage. So there's a lot together, all as one. It's all multidimensional. So the rose lineage is a beautiful lineage. Many of you are rose priestesses and priests and are a part of the rose lineage, because the rose lineage is about love and union as an embodied way. You're not just doing light language and you're all up here. You're in the body, you're in the heart, you're in your emotions, your feelings, your body, and your sexuality. And that was taught in the temples of Hathor, of Mary Magdalene, of Isis, of all the goddesses that are of the Sun tribe. They are all these golden beings, and some have come down here and embodied, that we know in the energies of Osiris and Sekhmet and Isis and Hathor and Ra and all these golden beings that created this universe. And so with that energy and the rose lineage is really the rose is the highest frequency flower on the planet, because it's had been imbued with the love energy. And so the love energy is the alchemy of when you were at one with Source, when you were not incarnated yet, and you were in the divine womb of Source, in divine connection and that oneness, and just feel into that in the golden river of light of that divine womb, the womb of wombs. And then as you chose to incarnate, and you had your special mission or your soul path or your soul reason for incarnating, there was that separation, and that separation into an individual soul creates an alchemical frequency of love. And so the love energy is the highest frequency on the planet, and that was imbued into the rose, hidden in plain sight. And so really the rose lineage is the embodiment of love and union as a sacred practice and a sacred lineage, but it's really all lineages when you think of love and union. And so rose lineage is the foundation. It's really associated with Mary Magdalene, the rose priestesses, the rose priest, the rose mystica, the rose temples, like Roslin Chapel is the rose line in Scotland. And so as these energies of womb and the womb illumination, many of you have done womb healings. Many of you are practiced womb healers and opening these codes of the womb and allowing that creativity. And, so much is happening and opening in this, that it's taking it to the next level. So all of your incredible foundation work and embodiment work and learning the goddess mystery schools and learning the secret ways and learning how you can create your future and how you can open your body and how you are a medium of light and how you can move through the pain and the wounds and help others through anointing practices, through prayer, through embodiment practices, through sacred dance, through all these layers of the beauty of the rose lineage. And that is a gateway. So now what we're being asked to is to step into the next level, the golden level, where you have your foundation and the inner union, your inner divine masculine and feminine must be in balance to then move into the higher union. And so the womb illumination is so important for what we are moving into, especially in the month of October, where the new golden ascension is coming in and the new golden illumination of this new temple. So we opened the new temple, the golden temple of light on Lionsgate, and we activated it. And now the fun begins. Now we're going to start. And the first is the Hathor and Magdalene golden codes illumination, activation, immersion. And that begins October 1st. And the temple doors open September 6th. And it's going to be a limited amount of participants, because you're going to be in some of the sessions. We have 4 temple sessions over 5 weeks, including the 1010 portals. This is all around the 1010 portal. And the 1010 portal is going to be in Libra season, but Virgo season is now integrating and preparing. Virgo, virgin, the woman that is whole unto herself is the definition of virgin. And so this wholeness is what is being asked of you to now move into this, where your womb is now the healing and the anything that needs to work through, and pain or transmissions or transformation. I invite you to do any womb practices that if you're feeling any blockages or any energies that are not opening you to the divine light that you are, so that you can prepare yourself and your field for all that's coming in starting the 1st of October. And we will balance this in equinox, and then we will move into the 10-1 at the beginning of the new code's illumination and your womb illumination and your yoni. It's going to be a yoni healing and illumination on our October 1st session. But besides that, there's a lot you can do now to open this and integrate this. And the grids, and we're going to be gridding all of this, and the new grids are opening. And so as the Earth Priestess energy of this new season is here with the beauty of the Virgo and the details and the integration and the practicalness and the just, earthiness and the groundedness within you, is now moving into these new codes and this new energy opening within you and tuning into that, so that you are ready for when we kind of take off, because that foundation has to be there. And the rose lineage is with the rose, even the Tudors had the red rose and the white rose, and they fought the rose wars. They fought each other because my white rose is better than your red rose. Well, that's definitely the lower vibration of the rose energy, but everyone wanted the rose. It was the lotus, and then it moved into the rose because the lotus is the symbol of the goddess, and the fleur-de-lis that's on every royal crown and gown and cape. Everyone wanted that lotus, that goddess, that energy. And so the rose is more of a modern recreation of this lineage of love and union that is from the beginning. And what's really true is that it's love and union, and it's of time. It has never not been. And so I invite you to tune into that foundation of your embodiment practices. You have to be embodied to ascend. You can't just be up here and do light work. And I'm sure you know people, or that happens to you sometimes, happens to me sometimes. I'm a Libra, double Libra, sun and moon. Woo, my air sign, I can float. I forget my own name sometimes if I'm under pressure in a pressure situation. So I need groundedness. I need, papers in front of me to help me ground me, stabilize me. Do what you need to do to walk your path so that we can ascend. What do you need to ground? Salt baths are beautiful. Earthing practice. Put your feet on the earth and breathe it in. I love the Mary Magdalene practice, the Magdalene breath, that you breathe in from the sky and the earth. Simultaneously hold it, and then you have the light from the sky and the love from the earth as you inhale, and then love and light out to the world. And with your feet on the ground, and you're bringing in the earth and you're bringing in the sky, and that Magdalene double breath I love so much to start my day, and that groundingness and sending that out. And so with this new advanced frequencies of the womb activations coming in, I hear a lot of womb healing seminars in September. I am so thrilled because I feel in a divine way, it's all healing and gridding everyone so we can do the advanced work in October. So I really am excited about that. And please, whatever is calling you to advance your codes and to advance your healing, your heart healing, your womb healing, pineal, your any samskaras, so that we can take off and advance with Magdalene and Hathor in the Golden Temple of Light. It'll be the first ceremony held in this highest golden temple, the Temple of Temples, the new Temple of Light for Earth. And Mary Magdalene is the first to move into her golden codes of illumination, and we will walk with her, and you will receive as well. And we will I'm calling in the golden priest and priestesses to return to the temple, the golden temple of light, the golden energy. As you ascend and you have your foundation, you've moved through the crystalline codes and your crystalline DNA, because now the DNA are pillars of light. The DNA is no longer the DNA, no matter how high it gets, it can be infiltrated with. It's patch job. It was created by a phylum of beings that kind of wanted you to do things for them. So you can get so high, but then they're going to be like, hey, yeah, you can't go that high. So Source worked for millions of years to get a seamless system where nothing can infiltrate it. And so that is where we're going, is just pillars of light. The DNA strands are morphing. Some of you already have the pillars of light already here. We activated them on the 555 portal of 2020 in the Temple of Isis in Egypt. And they were held within the divine feminine codes of that beautiful temple. And then I spent actually 4 more months gridding all of that within the Mediterranean. It became a yoni grid from Temple of Isis, where my thumbs are, to Hagia Sophia in Turkey at the top, to Cyprus and Crete. And it became this yoni portal of all of the energies to open and grid. The divine feminine walks out the energies and grids it. And so the golden grids are being activated. And I invite you to open and integrate all that came in for Lionsgate, integrate it during Virgo season, ground in your Earth Priestess energy, so that we can then walk together and grid together for the month of October, preparing us for all that's coming in. And the womb is number one right now, because we're going to be doing advanced work with the womb of light. And your womb is not a dark center. I know many people love to say that. And there is a void in space where everything came out of the darkness and then it became light, and sound was the first frequency of creation. But the womb is connected to light. And the womb is not a dark place. That's another misconception. And so the womb of light is what you have within you. And you have to do your healing work. There are a lot of energies that wanted your womb not to be activated. And so it's really tuning in, talking to your womb. Your womb has a voice, and it is a presence within you. And so I invite you to open that within you as we can advance and move into the higher codes for the womb illumination and the yoni illumination, for all that's coming in for us, and for this new golden age on earth, and the new golden priest and priestesses that are the holders of the new source energy. Because in every civilization and every realm, the highest codes are held within the temple. It's not the king and queen. It's always the spiritual leaders that held it. The island of Crete knew that. And the high priestess was the highest royal being in that civilization. She crowned the king. She gridded the codes within the deep caves after ceremony. That weren't, the royal lineages didn't go into the highest crystalline caves to grid the codes. It was the high priestess and the griffins at the side of the palace chairs in Knossos Palace. The griffins are always a sign of the high priestess, and she would be the final say. And it was a divine feminine way of being, and no wars and no fighting. It was just pure energy, connection, and devotion. And so this is where we are going, whatever you read in the newspaper and whatever is happening outside is the final play act happening. And don't get caught up in it. There's a lot of misconceptions too about the grids on this planet. I hear a lot of wacky names for grids. The grids have to have an origin with source. There are Christic grids that Yeshua gridded when he went into his light body after his resurrection. That was all planned to show you that the soul could resurrect. Humanity kind of missed the message. He didn't die for our sins. He wanted to show us that you can resurrect within, and you are God, and you are the divine. You don't need anyone else. And the Cathars continued this divine message for 1,300 years until they just had to be done away with by the church. The church viciously removed the Cathars that were really walking the Mary Magdalene message and the divine feminine message. The true message that isn't financially lucrative, like selling dispensations to your getting into heaven, like the church was doing, and all the other things, raising armies and having harems around them. The Vatican is a very interesting place. Just the word Vatica is, it's a dark goddess. It's just, look it up. It's all in our face, and no one really does the research. And so, look at it, because it's time for us to all wake up. And we're here to ascend and to take back our golden sovereignty. And so the new golden structures are activating. Your new golden codes are activating. I'm getting chills and saying this. And so it's time for your golden visibility and your highest way of being to come forward, because you are needed. You are a facet to the whole. And so the womb illumination and Hatha for men is so important, that the healing and your foundational work, whatever you need to do to create that within you, so you can walk with us and you can move into the highest new illuminations coming in. It's not even activations anymore. They are illuminations. It's like, it's next level. It's hard to even put into English words. And this is where we are going. And this is why Virgo season is so important, because it is the integrating and the grounding and the preparation. Like you prepare for a great ceremony, you'd be in your kitchen or you'd be in your temple and you're lighting the candles, you're getting your incense ready, laying your beautiful cloths, arranging your crystals in a certain grid, putting your beautiful, drums in order and all your beautiful things that you have, and your ankhs and your oracle cards and all the things you love. And this is your preparation month. So we can grid and we can move higher together. And so this is all just so exciting, and it's all real, and it's all here. And to walk with us hand in hand, you don't have to walk alone anymore. Mary Magdalene asks us to come together now. And it's not about walking in separate paths, parallel paths of like, I'm this and you're that, and I'm doing this over here and you're doing that over there. It's time to remember that we are one lineage of light. There'll no longer in the future be, a Celtic tradition or a shamanic tradition or a rose lineage tradition, or that is all separation. It is one lineage of light. Akhenaten had this, he tried to do it, and he had one solar energy, because the sun is the giver of life. The moon doesn't give life, it reflects. And we were left with nothing but the moon when we were told to go into the forest and not be seen as divine feminine, as women wanting to gather and be in the mysteries and be in the ancient ways. And so we held on to the moon because that's all we had, but it really has always been the sun. We did ceremony at high noon. We were in the sunlight. We were in the main courtyard. We were honored. We were together with our community. And then we would grid in the caves and with the crystalline, and we would grid into the earth what we had just done. And that was actually the real ceremony, was when the priestesses would grid. But we never had to hide. And so this is what is being asked of us, is to come forward. And so first we come together and we walk together and we remember. And I invite you to remember again, and to open that within you, as the interference and the things happening on the outside and, attacks on the womb and tags or implants or entities, I have had it happen. I've been threatened in so many lives. I'm going to cut you apart, or you take these two things. We'll put an implant in you, or you feed the minions. And what do you choose? Because, cutting you apart does break the code. And Osiris went through that. Medusa went through that. There's so much of this energy where your head is not connected to the rest of your body because of a decapitation energy. So if you have that energy of I'm just not connected, I can't quite get grounded, nothing moves my pineal to my heart, it's not, this is how you manifest. The divine masculine pineal sends out, and the magnetic pulse of the heart sends out, and together divine masculine, divine feminine is where you put your intentions and where you create your future. And these are the ancient mysteries they never wanted you to know. This is the Emerald Tablet. These are the inner sanctum codes of Know Thyself, which is written on the Temple of Memphis, the Sekhmet school. Know thyself. Know what you can do. And this comes with you connecting all of it, and connecting the head to the heart through just feel that divine golden light connecting your head, putting your head back on your shoulders, connecting it as one. You might never even have thought about it. Why am I always so discombobulated? Well, think about, maybe there was a break there and your body remembers. And now we're going to unify that. Because as you unify your pineal, your heart, and your womb, that trinity is your golden energy and where you create from, and where the light conception is coming in from. And you don't have to have semen to create children. You can create through light conception, and that was practiced for millions of years. It passed down through the Delphi of Oracle. Was probably the Delphi priestesses were one of the last, and the Essenes practiced it, and the Cathars would talk about it, but the energies were getting denser, and so you couldn't quite move that. The Hathor temples. And that is why we are going to be working with the souls and the goddesses of Hathor and Mary Magdalene in October to open these new light conception codes, the new illumination codes, the new golden codes of illumination, the new Hathor throne that has opened on the planet, and so much. And it all starts within you. And so this is just the Virgo love happening, and the Virgo goddess, earth goddess within you, that's opening now for the next 28 days. And so I send you so much love and blessings, and I invite you to join us. The temple doors open and it's called the Illumined Ones. And the Illumined Ones are the golden ones, the shining ones. The Illumined Ones are the ones that are the bringers of the new golden age and the holders of the codes in the temples, in the temple of the new golden light on earth for the new golden world. And the temple has activated, and now we are opening it, and we are walking together. And our first immersion will be in October. And so I hope you will join us, and I hope you have an incredible Virgo season, and I hope you connect with me and we can walk together. You can find me at lightpriestesstemple.com for all the events and community offerings. Right now I'm offering a free light codes activation. When you sign up and join our community of light, it is sent right to you. And this is your golden destiny activation. And it was made just for you. And so I send you so much love, and I invite you to activate your highest codes and be the leader and the way shower and the bringer and the initiator that you know you are, and that you always have been. And I send you so much love from Lemuria, from the Big Island, to you, and so much love. And may we walk together, opening your highest codes. Much love, beloveds. Much love. Much love. Much love, beloveds.